Here we are in the morning of the 19th. Yesterday we practically spent the whole day putting in that row of brick because it had to be mortared in over the window. And now we see we have a little herd now of deer here. Just like yesterday. Heads up, everybody, Gabe is coming out. No, they're just looking at him. Now they're going to move. And they're going to run away. No, they're not going to run away. Yeah, let's get a close-up. That's as close up as we're going to get. Okay, here we are the next day, and we're pouring the slab for the Exonafex and the Solarium. Oh no, the same day, the April 19th. Okay, today the trusses came. And there they are with Gabriel. 27 big ones for the main vaults, with 2x10s on the sides, 2x6s on top, and there is the dome which Gabriel is sitting on, just the halves. The big one was too big, and they couldn't bring it today. Couldn't fit on the truck. I'm going to try some other time. So, we got the trusses. Now that's all we need is walls. Okay, here we are on the 21st, and we finished the south apse. Oh boy. Okay, here we are at another angle. And there's Gabe over there, trying to take some pictures. And pretty soon we'll be done with that apse, Lord willing. That looks like we got it in the center. Glory be to God. What a beautiful sight. Well, Holy Week has started, and we're in for a little snow. The usual thing for Holy Week, the weather turns bad. Now, this is Great and Holy Wednesday. We're going to have to wait a little bit till the snow clears. Okay, here we are on Great and Holy Thursday. And the snow has subsided, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll be gone. But we won't be doing any work today. This is the day of resurrection. This is the morning now of the Holy Resurrection on this glorious and blessed day. Christ has risen from the dead, by death he trampled down death, and all those in the graves that he bestowed by. As you can see, you could probably understand better now how the church sets. And we stood behind the altar table, and without us realizing it, if you look out the window, you see perfectly the church of the Exaltation of the Cross, perfectly through the window. And a little bit of the trees behind, and a little bit of the blue sky. It's like a picture framed in with the window. Okay, if you want to understand where the convent is situated compared to the monastery, there it is, down the hill. And I'm going to get in the car and go up there. That's where the road is. And you could see the convent from there, right after I pull the trigger. I'm going right there. Well, I waited a little bit too long, and a light cloud came over, and it's not blue skies right now. You know what that was? That was a car going by. Okay, today we finished the eastern apse, and now we are about to pour the column. And by the mercy of God, we were giving relics of the true cross, and we have many fragments. And we're going to put, here is one, in a little flask. We're going to put this fragment with its flask into the top, or into the capital of each of the 4 columns, which we will have as a blessing. And this is what it looks like from the top side, with all the rebar inside the capital. We will put the relic right in the center of the capital, right here. Okay, this is what it looks like with all the rebar in this capital. We have 2 going up for that arch, and 2 for this arch. And now we're going to put in the relic right in the middle.
Save, O Lord, thy people, and bless thine inheritance. Grant thou unto the faithful victory over adversaries, and by the power of thy cross, do thou preserve thy commonwealth.
Okay, here we are the next day, next morning, trying to get this column in place with the rebar. Did I say column? I meant arch. I'll be right back. Okay, here it is with all the rebar in it.
Another example of fine architecture.
Well, here we are, May 7th, bright Saturday. Couldn't resist. We poured another column. And that's how it looks from the west. Okay, we poured our first arch, and we took off the forms, and that's what it looks like without the forms. And started another one on the opposite side, but because we had some inclement weather, we covered it up at the top. We also poured another column with all its rebar sticking out of the capital. Today we hope to finish forming this arch and pouring it. There's about 3,500 pounds of concrete that we have to mix and then pull up and pour it into that form. Okay, here we are. Now we're going to put another cross in the 3rd column. I'm trying to do this with my right hand and hold the camera with my left. Yeah, that's the center. And here we go again. This is what it looks like with 3 columns. And we put that arch up the other day. We will take it off pretty soon. Okay. Today we decided to do the last column. We put the cross in the capital of all 4 columns now. Next step is to take down the arch form and place it over another arch and continue. Next Monday, today's Saturday, next Monday we're expecting a guest from Denver. He's flying in. He's the pilot for Mr. William Bennett, the drug czar. He's going to come on Monday and leave on Tuesday. We're going to plan to have the arch ready for his visit. And perhaps he will help us. Okay, this arch we poured today with the help of Vladimir, our one-time pilot for the most notable Republicans like Bill Bennett and Jack Kemp. Where are you from?
Michael DeWine.
Where are you from?
Originally from Lakeland, Florida, and now from Ann Arbor, St. Vladimir Church.
Okay, with Father Paul Karras.
Paul Karras.
Very good. Thank you very much. It was nice that you came and helped us. It was purely spontaneous.
Barrel from there,
Sure.
here,
Okay.
and the concrete that came up by hand to Father. Father poured it in here. It's already starting to harden now. Gabriel mixing, me lugging, Father pouring.
Great. That's how it's done, guys. This is the week, not the day, when Father Gregory's stupidity came home to roost. We poured this arch today with the belt truck, and it busted in a few places. I'll show you. And then down here, we're looking for a wire which I forgot to locate when I buried it. Three wired moments for light on the stairs. Okay, right along here, I forgot to put the 2x4 to brace it bulging out, like I did there. And from along this walkway, which we're going to put in, I was going to have lights, and I put wire underneath the asphalt. And in my stupidity, I forgot to locate where I buried it. And I've been digging for the last 2 days trying to find out where it comes out on the side of the asphalt. So far now we have 4 arches and 6 columns poured, and we're waiting for the contractor. Again, he's 3 months late. And we were first on his list for this summer. Okay, today we have Sergey, who is visiting us from Denver. And what are you looking at? Oh, some bighorn sheep come to join us here. There they are. Hi guys. What are you going to do? I'm getting right up to them. And they're so friendly. Boy, I wish you could help us build. Huh? Come on, you want to help us build? Think about it, will you? Okay, we found this. We found the wire, which came out over there. It just took one more foot for me to dig, and I would have found it. But here's the splice, and it is right opposite the corner of the solarium. Okay, now everything is at a complete standstill. Sounds like last year's story. We lined someone up from last November to come the 1st of March. And he's delayed and delayed and delayed. We need this person to come and put up the exterior walls. Some are 10 feet and some are 12 feet high in the slab. But we can't do anything now. Here we are at a standstill. The only thing we could do is put in some steps. Can you imagine? Our contractor has still not come. What a iskushenia. Okay, the contractor finally came. And he put up the corner wall in a matter of one day. Took, 3 months to get him here. Although we arranged this since last year. And now we can't get cement for 3 days. Everybody's so busy. But at least we got him committed to finish. In the meantime, I've been putting in steps. And we've put in 8 steps so far because we had nothing to do here. Okay, here we are, finally come to the point where we're pouring these side walls. First step with this contractor. Okay, now we poured this side wall to match that one. And boy, was it a job. Okay, we are putting now another arch in, and we have with us Josh Mills, who has just brought a load of concrete, and we are loading it in this arch. All right, say hello, Josh, to all the people who are going to be watching.
Hey, Mom!
Okay. Okay, here's how it looks on the Feast of Pentecost. Actually, Thursday of Pentecost. And we're putting up the wall between the narthex and the church. This wall and the wall on the other side were already poured by this time. While we were waiting for everybody, we put in steps all the way up to the church. We also poured a number of arches on the inside, and now we're forming to put the last one on the east side. There are 2, 4, 6, 8 arches over there. Okay, here you can get a better view at the end of the day. Started putting up another part of the wall. And the following Wednesday coming, we hope to pour the whole thing all at once. It's the day before we leave for San Francisco for the glorification of Archbishop John. Okay, this is how it looks after it's formed up, and hopefully later on today, in about a half hour, we will be pouring. Now here comes the pump truck. And I hope it could reach. Boy, I hope this unravels enough so it'll reach. There it is, unraveling some more. Ooh, how exciting. And here we go again with more unraveling. Here we are, and what can I say? It's going to reach, I think. Okay, now we're starting to pump on this day before our trip to San Francisco. We're doing the nave, the west side of the nave wall, and the whole narthex. he does it, Lord have mercy. But nothing happens through the prayers of Archbishop John, St. John of San Francisco. The operator is right there. And the cement operator is there. Wow, look at this shot. Okay, as it stands today, the 14th of July, we have finished all but one arch, and now we're going to start the big arch. Okay, this is Stephen Vidifar, who has come to us from New York, the nephew of Mother Mary, to help us work on the church. Say hello, Stephen. And now we're in the process, all the foams are taken off, and we're in the process of putting up the major arch. Okay, here we are on the 18th of July, and this is the foam as it's ready for pouring. This is the feast of St. Athanasius, who died while inspecting his dome when he was building it in Lavra. Through his prayers may we be protected from any similar mishap. Okay, now we have poured this first of the big arches, and we were blessed to have Father Anthony from the Holy Mountain here with us, who helped us build. And here is Father Anthony. Hello, Father.
Hello, Father. I wish to convey to this holy skit the blessings of our elder Ephemios and the fathers of the holy monastery of Esvigmena and the zealot fathers of Mount Athos. And may God increase this skit unto the ages, and His blessing be upon this holy temple, which I have been privileged to partake in constructing. And I wish the fathers many years, and may Christ God save.
I thank you very much. Glory be to God for all things. Okay, this day we finished the 12 small arches. You can't see it from this side. And here is Stephen, who I have been forcing not to shave, and now he's going to shave. We'll see what he looks like after. Okay, today, with great effort, we poured the second arch of the big arches. And it's about 1.5 yards of concrete. 5 of us. It took 5 hours. And we have it braced on top of the column, the capital of the column, there and there. Okay, this is a nice shot of it from the monastery. On top of that go the trusses.
On this day, the second arch has been completed, and the third arch is to be formed.
Okay, today's the 29th of July, and we have some rain for the first time, almost. And we're all inside. We got 3 arches already poured, and in the process of doing the other one. Okay, here we've finished all 4 arches by August 1st. And we're about to start the trusses. This is what it looks like from the hill behind the monastery. Okay, this is what happens when you try and work on Prophet Elias Day. We got a flood here, but we're gonna call it a day. We're starting to put up the trusses. Lord have mercy. Got caught. Hi guys, you're caught, huh? Tough. That's the brakes. Okay, this is what it looks like after our flash flood. I don't know if I took any pictures in here after the dome, after the arches of the dome were put up. But this is what it looks like. The barrel goes on top of this. Okay, those are our trusses. The first little roof. This is what it looks like from the top of the hill. Those walls have to be extended just a little bit more, and the beam goes across. Okay, this is how it looks after we've put the roof on both sides as far as we could go. Before next week now we'll start the dome. Okay, tomorrow we start, tomorrow we will hopefully, Lord willing, put in the dome trusses. Which way? Let it down. Don't let it down.
All the way down.
Get him the big mallet. Get him the sledgehammer. Get him something.
You gotta like move the hook towards Father.
You may move the whole thing.
I'll tell him.
waiting for me?
No.
Has to come down more?
A little bit.
Okay. Standing here. And all of these are off. Off and line. Yeah, of course. Then there's some plywood to wire this stuff.
Plywood.
Okay, this is what it looks like from the road. And it looks like we have a rainbow there. There's the dome, and there's the rainbow. And there's the thunder.
There's Father Gregory putting up the first sheet of plywood on the dome.
Okay, here we are on the 23rd of August during the Feast of the Transfiguration, and we're working on the dome area. And we put up the tile today and getting it ready to put up the cross in a couple of days perhaps.
This is Father Gregory and Gabriel putting up the base for the cross.
You're not zooming, are you? This is the most ridiculous painting you've ever seen.
Okay, here we are, August 26th, new style, but it is the leave taking of the Feast of the Transfiguration and the eve before the pre-festival of the Dormition, and we have just installed the cross on this day. This cross was taken, the prototype, its design was taken from the Holy Mountain. In fact, the church on top of the Holy Mountain has this cross on top of it. And that chapel is dedicated to the Transfiguration of our Savior. And so we thought it was really appropriate to put it up at this time. In fact, this is the earliest we could possibly put it up. And there's Gabe working on the stucco. Okay, it's been such a long time we've been working trying to get the stucco in. We forgot to take pictures. Now it's September 7th and we're working on the north side because it's probably the coldest. Trying to finish that before it starts freezing. Okay, here we are trying to frame the outside for insulation. And because we had a nice sunset, let's see if we could see the reds. I thought I'd show you. Well, look what we have here. A nice rainbow. We're framing today's Sunday. And now we're getting ready to frame the outside and continue to stucco. Okay, here we are. Putting in the last of the framing. And we're tuckered out, as you can see. Ooh, there's a moon there. That's as close as I could get. But we're making progress on this, the 17th of September. Okay, we thought we'd take a shot of the beautiful aspen. And this is, of course, on the roof of the church, looking over towards the mountains. Okay, here we are digging a ditch along the walkway to put the lights so we can see at night. We're going to have 6 lights along the walkway. Start along here. Through a pipe. Along the other side. Here we are on the 22nd of September. Leaves are turning. And we have finally finished all the exterior stucco. There's little pieces here and there. But on this, the feast day of St. Euphemia, the All Praised, we finished this west wall. You can see some of it still wet. The next job is to put on the tile, which we will frantically put on by the end of the week. Okay, now that we've finished the stuccoing, we're concentrating on the 2 rooms left. The exonarthex, which is there, and we're putting up the walls. That's going to have 2 glass walls, and the solarium, which is going here. We're also trying to work on the tile upstairs, weather permitting. And this is John Mills, our professional cleanup man.
Disgusting.
Here we are, chugging. Okay, ran out of a battery. Now we're online, and we're chugging along, and the weather has cooperated. And now we're trying to build the exonarthex, and we got the walkway in a little bit, around, and also around the church. Okay, here we are inside our kitchen window, and we've had significant snow, about 2 inches, and it looks nice, but we can't work anymore, today at least. Hopefully it'll be all melted pretty soon. We have yet to finish the exonarthex and the solarium, which is like a solar collector, and some of the tile on top of the roof, and then we're done. Well, the cold weather has come. As you can see, we have deer around the house. I wonder if there's a buck following. Okay, yesterday we finished the tile above the main part of the roof, and today we're putting in the framing of the roof for the exonarthex. And there is our resident carpentry. Say hello, Gabe.
Hi.
Today we had snow, and we're working on the solarium. But we won't work today because of the snow, but it should be gone. Here we are working on the solarium on an inclement day. Okay, now it's November 14th, and we finished the exonarthex, the outside, as much as we can do, and now we're going to work on the solarium, put some solar heat in, and this is what the church looks like from the north side, a little bit. Let's take a walk around the back side. This is the red walkway. We have no gutters on the church, so all the water comes down and gets taken away by gravity. That's if it doesn't freeze on the way, as you can see. So we have a walkway all around the church in cement. Back door. And now entering in from the back. Now I want to record the dome area, since I don't know if we've done it before, and we're going to be covering it up with insulation. This is looking east. And this is looking south. And now we're going to go north. And this is the part towards the west. We've already insulated the narthex. And now this is going into the solarium area. There's the security door, and this is what it looks like from inside the solarium, which I guarantee you is a little bit warmer than in the church now. Well, today, on the 16th of November, we finally, for all practical purposes, got the church enclosed. We put the door on the solarium, covered up the next window, that last window over there, and now we're going to work on insulation. This being the dedication of the Church of St. George in Lydda. This being the feast of the dedication of the Church of St. George in Lydda. And this is what it looks like, covered with snow. A few days later. It'll all be gone today, though, I hope. Okay, here we are, the 6th of December, and the plasters have come, and we're putting up the studs for the drywall and to support the plaster. And here we are putting in the first piece of sheetrock. That's Ken and Dan Rose are plasterers. Okay, here we are at the 22nd day of Jan, and Old Style, it's the feast of the Conception of the Virgin by St. Anne. And we have had the workers complete now this part of the dome for the plastering. The windows are done. Here's the south apse that's completed. The east apse is done, and over here behind the scaffolding, the north apse is done. All these arches have been readied with sheetrock. And then the dome. Here's what it looks from the east looking west. And today's the first full day that we had the heating system in, finally. This floor is warm. And to prove how warm it is, oops, there's Gabriel, warming his body. Okay, here is our boiler. It was just installed a couple of days ago. And there are all the pipes going in through the floor. And they're filled with water that has antifreeze in it, comes into the boiler, gets warmed up, and goes back into the floor, and hopefully drops its heat on our toes. Here's the water tanks. Water for the church. There's another one behind it, a small one for this boiler. Okay, now we're ready for plaster for most of the church. You can see the ceiling is lathed, and we have put a sealer on the concrete. And this is the area underneath one of the ceilings, which is next to the main vault of the church. This is looking east now. Looking south, now looking north. And the same situation is going to happen here. We're fortunate that we have someone in this area that is familiar with plastering. Very familiar, because they have done very important buildings in Denver for the performing arts. And there's the dome ready for plastering. We're yet to get ready to do the pendenters. We ran out of some material. But here are the braces. But this one, we have to get more. As you can see, all the windows have the corner bead secured around them. And all the columns, all the square columns, both the square columns have that also. This is looking from the Porcelain D area west. This is the newly tonsured Father George.
Hello, everybody.
We'll take a better look at him later on. Okay, we should record and trying to remember the mess this church was in while we were plastering. There's bags of plaster and lime and plaster. What a sight. Now today's the first day we started putting in the finish coat. the 10th of January, the third day after the Nativity. Okay, these are our two expert plasterers from Buena Vista, Ken and Dan. Rose from Rose Plastering Company. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
The base coats are now finished on all the sides. And we're starting the finish coat. This apse is done also, along with this apse over here. Okay, this is Father George. I'm making a guinea pig out of him because the only way I can remember the tonsure now is to record him. But it was a very memorable and moving service, something I'm sure we'll never forget. He was tonsured on the Synexus of the Virgin Mary, which is the day after Nativity. Okay, we have in-floor heat, and for a minute we thought the floor was so hot it was boiling the slime, but I'm sure you can understand the strict focus. Well, they've finished the apse in the east, in the south, vaulted areas. The apse in the south. And the apse in the north. Okay, today on the 23rd of January, we were delighted to have our guests come, Dr. Damian and Dorothy Clader from St. Louis. Say hello to everybody. You're going to be on video across the country.
We came here to view this magnificent edifice to God. It is unbelievable.
We knew it would be great, but it's really beyond anything we imagined. This isn't even done yet. We look forward to seeing it when it is.
Well, keep us in your prayers, and thank you for your kindness.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
We have the 10th of February, the feast of St. Ephrem and Isaac the Syrians. And we have finished plastering the inside of the nave. This is the Catholics to do, which we will do ourselves. The dome is finished with the penitents. And here are two plasterers doing the narthex. Okay, today's supposed to be the last day for the plasterers to come, but we were plastered with a big snowstorm, 1 foot of snow at least, and this is what it looks like. So you should understand sometimes it snows here. Not too often though. And this is what the church looks like. Okay, now we're here the 18th of February and we have cleaned the mess up. It's all clean. Amazing. So now we're got the scaffolding set up, and we're going to go up to the dome and put in the pannoprato. The plasters are gone, and not too soon. And this is how we put up our tools, and there's only one man to do it, and it's Father George. Okay, we just finished putting in the pannoprato, and it's stuck up. And it's all the curvature. The canvas was able to stay. The first time I ever put up a pannoprato in one step. Okay, I don't know if you can notice it through the camera, but everything is red. We have a fantastic sunset. I don't know, can you see it? Okay, let's look at it again. Wow. Today's the Sunday of the Prodigal Son. And we're getting ready to put in some more icons tomorrow. Let's look at that sunset again. I wonder what it'll look like in the it's having a tough time focusing. There's Father George. He's trying to get closer to the sunset. Now it's a little bit more red. Okay. Okay, we'll get the date on there, March 4th. And we put the oak trim around the door. So far we have that progress. I don't know what we recorded last, but we cleaned up the floor, as you could see. And we put in the sink. And today we put in, okay, it's going out of focus. We put in the lamp on the lights. Hopefully next week, the electricians will come and hook up the electricity so we could plug these in. Okay, this is where the proscomedy table is going to be placed. Hopefully at the beginning of next week when we get it, we put in that lamp for the proscomedy and the one up there. We moved the tile in. I should say Father George moved it in. He did most of the work. And when you see this tile finished after it's placed in, it's going to be beautiful. Okay, we brought this wardrobe up from the church downstairs. And we got more cabinets. And this is going to be like a row of cabinets up against the iconostase, which is going to be right there. And of course, I think I already photographed the dome with the icons on top. And there's the Christ icon. Okay, today's March 11th, the eve of the Sunday of Orthodoxy. And this is the proscomedy table, custom made to fit into this spot right here. We had to stain it ourselves and varnish it and make it look just like the sink. Today also we put in the, one half of the narthex floor. It's marble, agglomerated marble, and this is decorating now, and it's very rewarding to see after so long. This is our design, how it's going to look. Okay, this is the narthex looking in. After this is putting the grout on, or the mortar, in between the cracks. This is Breca, this is Rovina, and this is Lila. And comes from Mexico and other places around South America, I think. Okay. Okay, here we're outside going home. We're going into the house. And we have the lights on for the steps. I don't know if we can make them out. Okay, this is outside looking up. Okay, here we are on the 24th of March in Great Lent. and we're in a mad rush to complete the icons for the dome. But we thought that we would stop and finish this video right now, and if there's another video, we will do it later. Okay, here we have the prophet Isaiah, and that's Jeremiah, and this is going to be Ezekiel. These are going into the bow part of the dome. And if we continue the video until everything is completed, with all the decoration and the floor and that kind of stuff, it'll go into practically next year maybe. So we decided we will cut it short right now. Thank you everybody, and Eureka, and keep us in your holy prayers. Okay, let's have a little recap here now. Before 1992, we had trees behind the monastery and up on the hill. Then in 1992, we had electricity come up, so we had power. And then we decided that we will build a church in the back, so we had to cut down the trees. And this is what we accomplished only in 1992. In 1993, we were involved in building the convent. And then from 1993 to 1994, we accomplished what you saw in the previous video up to the slab, which is more or less what we are right here. And now from the previous year, in this last year, this is what we accomplished only by the grace of God. It was a lot of work, but by the mercy of God, to His glory, we were able to complete the church. There's a lot more to be done, but we went from this to this. Read the holy prayers. Hallelujah, everybody. Okay, this is the feast of the Annunciation. That falls on a Friday, and we are going to have the first service in the church for the Akathist, to the Virgin Mary. The floor hasn't been done, but we just finished the dome. And this is the stage we are in right now. That's what it is. Okay, this is the 26th of June, and this is the feast of the Holy Prophet Eliseus. And the Mother of God has come to us, being escorted by Father George Lauren from Nyack. Greetings, Father.
Greetings, Father Gregory, and all your brethren in this holy monastery. May the Mother of God's mercy be with you always, and her growth cover you and your brothers to spend your life praising your divine Savior, our Lord Jesus Christ. It's so very good to be here in this wonderful setting, in this place of prayer. God bless you all.
Thank you, Father.
And to us of almost holy to your soul, Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit, as it was in the and подаро, намое, лютое, перенеси озлобление, и исцели души моей болезнь.
Okay, here we are. The Mother of God as a sign is here, and now our Constructia has come.
Bring it up here.
Yes. Here we are. Constructia is coming. The very day the Mother of God is here.
Sitting the company.
Okay, we're breaking the seal. It hasn't even been looked at by customs.
We are.
Here we are, we're opening the container.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you got furniture.
Yes.
It's furniture, yeah. Carving, it's all carved in Greece.
It's not even full.
It's beautiful.
Of course not.
It's all old too, you know.
I knew it was
It's for the church. It's for the icon stand. Icon screen in the of our church.
Show the inside.
So it's beautiful.
Okay, here we are the next day. And the iconostas is in parts. And we can see it. We haven't put it together yet. There was some damage. There's the royal doors. Pieces. There's the chandelier. There's more pieces. There's the cross on top. Second row. There's one of the doors. Well, today the Kursk root sign left us. We blessed the whole iconostas with it. And the icon comes probably once every 3 years. And it came when the iconostas came, the exact same day. We cleaned the icon, changed the plastic, cleaned the riza, and sent it on its way around the world on this, the 200th year anniversary of its appearance. The 700th year, 700th year. Okay, here we are at the eve of the appearance of the Mother of God of Kazan, old style. And new style is the 20th of July. And we have not yet finished the stuccoing. Okay, let's look at this from all angles. That's what it looks like from the west. And this is it from the southwest, with a lot of the stuccoing done from out front finally. And this is from due south. As you can see there, we haven't finished the stucco inside there. And we are building a retaining wall. Fill it up with dirt so there won't be any corrosion as happened there, and there, and there. That retaining wall will go all the way across, and we'll put some shrubs.